Hand in hand with his young son, Dubé walked up to the Trois-Rivieres courthouse and right into a throng of waiting reporters.
Je suis comme vous. Je ne sais pas encore ce qu'il nous attend.
Like you, I don't know what awaits us, Dubé told media before the official kickoff of the coroner's inquiry regarding the death of his wife, Joyce Echaquan.
Je me sens prêt. Je me sens confiant. La famille est là, prête. Nos enfants sont ici avec nous, nerveux mais confiants.
8 months ago, Joyce's death ignited an international uproar over systemic racism in healthcare. A Facebook Live video captured racial taunts made by care staff at Joliet Hospital. This incident is now subject of 2 inquiries, a closed-door coroner's investigation and this public commission.
Il est important de souligner que le comportement ou l'attitude réservée à Mme Echaquan par le personnel du Centre hospitalier régional de Lanaudière lors de son dernier séjour à cet endroit font nécessairement partie intégrante des circonstances de son décès.
In her opening address, the lead coroner on the case promised answers for the family. In turn, the Echaquan family's lawyer had a message for the government.
I hope that they pay close attention to what happens. I think there will be a lot of evidence that will come out that should give birth to political will to really affect actual change instead of putting whatever report comes out of this on a shelf and moving on.
Quebec insists it won't. Indigenous Affairs Minister Yann Lafrenière wrote on Facebook, "Of course we will wait to see the recommendations that will be made at the end of the investigation, which will be added to the more than 500 recommendations made by the various reports guiding my I Hope plan." Premier François Legault did not issue a comment on today's Echaquan Commission. He was busy at a press conference about French language laws.
It's about protecting something that will always be vulnerable, which is our language in Quebec.
But perhaps more vulnerable are the First Nations and Inuit who fear confrontation and discrimination when seeking health care. Something Atikamekw Nation Grand Chief Constant Awashish takes seriously.
Since I have little kids, since I have daughters, I think it's important for me that things change. I don't want them to be. I don't want to be worried personally. I don't want them to be scared to get the public services. I want them to feel free to be what they are as First Nation, to be comfortable using their culture, their language. I want them to live in their full potential and contribute in the full potential to the society.
The public inquiry hearings will continue into early June, and while the coroner can't rule on liability, she can issue recommendations and identify the factors that contributed to Joyce's death last September. There are laws preventing us from broadcasting courtroom testimony, but stay tuned. We'll have an update on what was said and by whom coming up tomorrow. Lindsay Richardson, APTN National News, Trois-Rivieres, Quebec.